Yo, what up, good people?
Hey.
Hey, I'm Wayman.
I'm Robbie.
Hey, and this is Love, Logic, Laughter. It's routine now. You're saying the love. Okay. All right. Hey, before we move forward, you know what it is. Subscribe.
Like
it.
Comment. Good
comments. You know how it is. Hey, if you got the negative ones, you take it and throw it in the trash. Put it somewhere in.
Share.
Oh, all right. Well, share it.
Follow us on Instagram.
Hit the IG, Love, Logic, Laughter. Hey, we got company again.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? We got the homie. Now, if you know me, you know me. Okay. If you know me, you know him. If you don't know him, get to know me a little bit better, and then you will know him. You know what I'm saying? So this my guy. This the shooter.
The bestie.
I was about to say a rap song, but it's got cussing in it. So hey, now we got the homie D. You know what I'm saying? All the merch and stuff that you see us with. You know what I'm saying? The homie dripped us out with. So go ahead. You got it?
It's D. Government name Darnell.
It is I.
Right. A lot of people don't even know my government name. But anyway, D. Follow me on Instagram at The Real Shaquille Sunflower. Contemporary spelling. You can follow my business page at Destined_with_intentions.
Okay.
Facebook at Destined with Intentions.
Okay.
And yeah, I got them tees. I'm the t-shirt killer.
Yeah.
Okay. King of the one liner.
Okay.
All right. Play with me.
All right.
Me.
Yo, you don't want to give him your telephone number because that's your personal. Yeah. Just holler at you on the.
Right.
Okay.
I respond to messengers and DMs.
Yeah. Black Planet notes as well. If you got that.
For real.
How everybody feeling?
I feel good. How about you?
I'm blessed. I come to shed a light on a lovely union.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say, I come to praise the Lord. The Lord. All right, he didn't make my bed my cooling board, huh? Woke up in my right mind, huh? Didn't put my shoe on my hand, huh?
Right.
You know how I used to say,
Moving in my hands.
Come on now, didn't try to brush my knee, huh? So I'm in my right mind. Hey, well, this episode is about love, as you see.
Okay.
Man, come on, man.
My little hair.
Yeah. Bundle gang. You know what I'm saying? It's all about love. So this one is actually special for us. So by the time most of y'all see, I'm not even gonna go, but by the time most of y'all see this, because some of y'all be a little late. Just a tad bit late.
Days.
Yeah, but we'll wait on you. So it'll be our anniversary.
11 years.
It'll be 11 years for us, huh? Won't God do it?
Give him glory.
Won't he keep you? Hey, won't he keep you? So look, we're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna do a little something different this episode. No topic or anything.
But New Lab is in the building.
Come on, man. Dr. Word Up is in the building. Yeah. So what we did is
leak. my bad.
Now, you acting like me.
Y'all see why they best friends. Yeah. Y'all see this?
You know what I'm saying? So we had a group of people send questions in to D. And so D is going to ask the questions. And we don't know these questions.
We don't know them. So this will be authentic reactions and authentic answers.
You ain't know it. Yeah. So
yes.
You ready?
I'm ready. Is y'all ready?
Man.
You ready?
These questions were
look for me, young E. We're on the west side. All right. Yeah,
yeah, so these questions were a little out of left field. Some were good questions.
Okay.
And I felt it was important for someone who has a front row seat.
Okay.
Or who has had a front row seat to kind of moderate this question segment.
So, okay. You were front row. You was right there.
You was right there.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
So
pass the ring off and to me and all that.
Yeah, y'all don't let the GDs in the door. But yeah, so I think it's important for us, for those viewers who hasn't started out with y'all.
Okay.
How did this podcast even start? We're a year in the game where y'all put out some videos for consecutive weeks leading up to y'all anniversary, and I believe this podcast was birthed out of that. So
right.
How did this all start?
That's how it started. Basically, we wanted to do a big party for our 10 year, but COVID came and just shut everything down. So I had an idea that we would do videos and just let y'all in a little bit of our life. And Wayman, it was a struggle.
Struggling. Strain.
It was a
Hey,
struggle.
but I'm on my way home. My bad.
But, however, he pushed through and decided to do these videos.
Hey.
And I think he enjoyed it. Did you?
I did.
We all did.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. I guess I really didn't see it at first. He was just like, we got to do something. We need to record these videos and put them out. And I'm like, nah. So we literally just sitting at the house, like we ain't no setup. I'm talking about cell phone propped on a chair. And then we looking at it and hey, it worked out.
I was trying to edit and do all of that.
Yeah.
And then people kept DMing us like, hey, y'all should do a podcast.
Right.
Y'all should do a YouTube. And I was like, no. Wayman's not going to do it. And then, babe.
Go ahead. All
okay.
right.
And so then, he jumped on board and the rest is history.
Yes.
Here we are.
So we here.
10 years, 11 years.
11.
11 years in the game. That's
Won't he bring you?
That's a blessing.
Won't he bring you through?
Blessing.
Won't he bring? He's been good. My bad.
Right. So what is that 11 years like? How has it been? Like, what does that look
Hard as
like?
hell.
Oh, man.
No,
I'm the pits then.
Trash.
Golly.
The 11 years, it's been great. I will say that it has its challenges, just like anything. So she hates the fact when I tell people that marriage is tough, but it actually is. I mean, and I think that is that's the issue that people have going in. They think that with marriage, like everything is just gonna be easy, and your life is just gonna be. It's always gonna be perfect. You're never gonna have any, pitfalls, any hurdles that you have to, climb over. And we've had our fair share of ups and downs, but we've had the great times outweigh, the ups and downs that we've had. We suffered a lot of heartache and pain, from year one all the way to
Yesterday.
11. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Earlier today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's been great. But I say it again. I just always want people to know that marriage is tough, and you got to put in work. So you get what you put in. If you don't put in nothing to it, you're not gonna get nothing out of it. So it's what you put in.
I love it.
See, you just make me seem like I'm just.
It feels so good to have someone that
Always gotta try to outdo somebody. I'm trying to go ahead.
that will put you first, that will sacrifice for you, that loves you, that loves you unconditionally. That part feels really good. Yes, it is hard. Yes, we've had ups and downs. A lot of people that know me and that know us know about all of the things that we have went through initially, with my dad being sick, passing away of cancer, and also me and us not being able to conceive, children, things like that. But, like he said, our good, outweighs, anything that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, I think that's a wrap.
Right.
No, we finna get into it. I think our couple's gonna be transparent today, so we're gonna get into it. Now, I'm gonna paraphrase some of these questions.
I know some of them some bull junk.
My Lord, that y'all sent me. However, we gonna get into the questions. This is gonna be a conversation. I'm not gonna go down this. I got notes like Robbie do, but I'm not gonna go down this script and just ask questions like this is a interview. This is a conversation. All right. So y'all ready to get into it?
We ready.
We ready.
Hey.
No, it's got to be love songs.
Oh.
It's got to. All right. Anyway.
Right. I'm trying to think of a love song we're ready in it.
Right.
So, first question. What has surprised, this is for both of y'all, what has surprised you most throughout the years about your spouse?
Go ahead.
What has surprised me the most is that Wayman is more quiet than you all think. A lot of people that, hang out with us, or, our friends that see him think he's like so turned. Y'all see him on this video, but Wayman likes his alone time.
Amen.
He likes to just watch TV sometimes. He likes to just sit. He listens to sermons, podcasts, all kinds of things. He has a lot of quiet time that I don't think a lot of people know. And I love it.
Yeah, so I would say for me is the transition into the space that you're in now, into entrepreneurship. Because there is not a single soul on earth or in heaven that will say that they thought you would be an entrepreneur. Like, you were dead set on physical therapy, got the doctorate in PT and all of that stuff. You were just all about the books. And even when God was trying to tell you need to do one thing, you was like, yeah, I don't know, God. Maybe we just need to, have a conversation again. So I think that is the biggest surprise for me, is just actually making the transition and to see where it started. See, everybody sees, what's on Instagram right now. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't know the struggle, like where, like me and her just loading up the car, you know what I'm saying, to go do a photo shoot or to go do somebody's pool party. And shout out to Shantae. She was the first person that, and she didn't even ask no questions. See, you need people like that. Shout out to Shantae and Corey, because they're one. So shout out to them. She was the first person that booked you and didn't even ask any questions. So I know I'm going off script, but I just want to say that she seen what you had going and did. And so that's the biggest surprise for me, is just like seeing how you transitioned and then how you didn't let it get you down, and you just doing amazing things, and God is going to do more in the next several years. So that's the biggest surprise for me.
Amen. Yeah. Wayman, you touched on something I want to expound on. Whereas I would think, I'm not married, never been married, almost was married a few times, but I'm playing. Chill out. Let them use you up. No, but I think, I would like to think in order for a marriage to be successful, it is necessary for y'all to be able to adapt to change. For sure. So with Robbie, with you being transparent, and because I believe you lost your father early in your marriage, because it was right after I lost my father. With how is y'all's ability to adapt to change in your marriage, and like what does that look like for each other?
Well, I think for me and Wayman, like, we have different personalities. So I think me just knowing him for so many years before, like, I know to just let him sit for a minute. I have to sit for a minute. Then we come together and discuss. We also had to go to counseling, a few times, in the early stages of our marriage. And then prayer. We prayed a lot and talked to each other, communication.
Yeah. And I would say too, just what you touched on, the fact that we experience things from pretty much day one. Day one of marriage, we already knew that we were in a situation that was going to have to cause us to adapt to some things. And that meaning that my father-in-law was sick when we got engaged. You know what I'm saying? So I knew from day one there was going to be a constant change. We had to adapt to whether it's, going to the hospital, or we need to go over there, or we just need to, do certain things. And so I think that we experienced a change and had to adapt at a young age and at a young time in our marriage. It made it easier. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if you get to the point that you get married and you experience no change or you don't have to adapt to anything for so long, it's hard to make that switch because you just you're accustomed to just being in that space where everything flows the way you want it. And so we went into a situation where things were not ideal for us. You know what I'm saying? We thought that, all right, we'll always have, you know, Christmas gatherings and family gatherings with all this, and then you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? You think one thing in your head, and you think there's going to be an age limit or a time span, but God has another thing in plan. You just got to adjust, and then it doesn't make it easier, but you just kind of got to trust God more, and then know just like, all right, you just got to trust and adapt.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on script.
Back to your notes.
Right. Someone posed a question, what's something you wish you would have known about marriage that you know now?
I'll let you start with that one.
Is that a good one?
So, I wish I would have known. That's difficult.
It's a good question, guys.
I know, that is a great question. So, you don't talk about how you have to adjust and adapt to things. A lot of the things that are discussed, take care of your wife, take care of your household, you know, just stay married. You know, it's the basic thing, money and all of that type of stuff, but you don't really talk about adjusting. And I think and even if they would have been more detailed on like, hey, you might experience this or you might experience this, because you get thrown those curveballs and you like, man, didn't nobody tell me about this?
You already have it planned in your mind, like how it's going. Well, mine would be like evolving as like Wayman is not the same person. I am not the same person that I was when we first, you know, got married to where we are now, you know. So I feel like if people had a kind of, I mean, you know that people change, but you know, if someone had a, you know, just kind of reiterated that, like, you'll have to like catch up to them or they'll have to catch up to you, like, so just that evolving piece.
I don't really think
that's mine.
Yeah, but I mean, people change regardless, though. Like, there's no one that you know that still acts. Well, never mind. It is probably a couple people that still. But if you the same,
I know a couple that still are the same as.
If you're in the same space that you were in 15 years ago, and I'm talking about as far as like mentality wise or some of your actions, then hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of segue into my other question.
Okay.
My next question. Somebody posed a question. How do you, as a married couple, allow each other to evolve?
So, my approach is definitely not it's not the best. So do not take my advice on this.
Okay, Robbie.
We gotta let him.
Yeah. So, I'm a little more direct in my approach, and sometimes my delivery is trash. You know, even the whole thing when it was time for you to go into entrepreneurship, like, I just kind of woke up one morning and like
he went in, guys.
Yeah, I just kind of woke up one morning and was just like going in.
I think it's because you're pushing me to be better.
Yes.
Like, you see more, or you see a different path, and you're just, you just are pushing me to do what you see.
Right.
I think your heart is in the right place.
It is.
But when it comes out of here and goes there, I think that's when.
So our personalities we're different, because you're a planner. You want to know everything. You want to know everything, how it lines out, how it's going. And me, I'm not. Like, if I know I need to make a move on something, I'm going to do it, and then I'll figure out how it's going to play out later. This one wants to know every step, how it's going to work, and that's not reality, though.
Yeah, it's not sometimes. You have that. But I'm still spontaneous and fun, but...
Yeah, we're talking about Yeah, so as far as like evolving and trying to push each other, I think my approach is a little different because I'm a little more direct. I'll let you speak on yours.
I like to just watch and see. Or sometimes I nag.
I know you lying.
I'm trying to come back.
I know you in line.
I was trying to get in there. So D.
They finna put me in it.
Sometimes I like to just see, and then sometimes I will like I'll nag, if you want to say, but that's because I love you so much that I may just ask repeatedly.
Ask repeatedly.
Question
Sounds like a nag. Yeah,
but it's in a loving way most times.
Our communication. Now, don't get us wrong. Like, our communication is not like trash.
We can work on it sometimes.
Yeah. Now, when we was in our 20s, it was all over the place. But now that we're older, we're better. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But, you know, we just striving for perfection.
I can definitely vouch for that. And trust and believe. I've witnessed him be direct, and I've witnessed the questions.
Yeah, so, exactly. Come
on. You know, front row seat, like I told you.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, with, you know, double backing on the allowing each other to evolve, like, what's the most, no, scratch that. How has each other, well, both of you individually changed as far as Wayman, you being a good husband, and Robbie, you trying to be a good husband, you're trying to be a good wife over the 11 years. How has that changed? What does that look like now versus 2010 to 2021?
For me, it's trying to cater to him more. To see,
come on now,
to really see his needs and try to put like his wants or desires like in the forefront. Like that's something that I work on. You know, when we were younger, it was like I got to get my stuff together. Just got this degree. You know, I'm trying to build myself up, and he's going to build himself up, and I'll just be beside him, like, you know. But now it's like working together to, you know, help him and to be the very best he can be. Yeah,
I would agree. Going into marriage, man, young, I knew how to do me. She knew how to do her, but trying to do us was a challenge. And even trying to just grow with effective communication. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just truly trying to be in the position of a husband and what that entails, and not, I think as men sometimes in marriage you just think, oh, you're the husband and you run the house and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's way more to that, and then just trying to be good godly husband. You know what I'm saying? Because God really only challenged us. He never really challenged, you know, the women as far as being wives. It was more of more pressure. You know what I'm saying? So it's more pressure on us. So just trying to evolve as a man, and making sure that I'm leading properly, because it's just one thing to walk in and be like, oh, I'm the husband, but if I'm not practicing that, like if I'm not modeling that, then you know, I'm really just a dude with a title.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just maturity, growth, and just trying to be the best husband I can be.
Big facts. Now this is me.
Okay.
Off script.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you all do to be intentional? And this is double backing on the guest from last week. How do you all take care of each other's mental space?
Each other.
Yeah.
I like when we go on dates. Like going on dates when we can just push everything to the side, and even watching our Netflix, our shows, traveling.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think that helps us escape from certain things. But then I think it's my role as the man of the house to make sure, you know, we get fed in other ways. So I'll like find some videos, or if we're doing a Bible study, I initiate it. I'm like, hey, I'm sending you this. We're gonna do this. And two, for me, as it pertains to her, is like trying to find a way to cut the business off, which is not cut it off. I don't think a lot of people understand the entrepreneurship life, and a lot of times some people might not even respect the fact that we're married as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh,
I'm marrying y'all, but I'm married to him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she is providing a service for your union, but we have a union. And if our union ain't together, then yours dang sure ain't gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's
just being respectful.
For sure.
And I think that's for me too, to kind of be his piece as far as that, like knowing when to cut people off, like when to not answer my phone anymore, or when to, you know, not book a client, or, you know, like there's a few weeks in the year that I know, you know, I'm not doing anything on those dates. So.
So how do you all stay connected? I know you talked about going on dates and traveling, but somebody posed a question with your busy schedules. How do you all stay connected?
So we watch a lot of shows and stuff together. So
y'all sure do. I try to. My bad. I tried to put Wayman on a Netflix show the other day. He said, "Nah, I gotta wait on Robbie to get back from Lil Robbie."
Right.
Man,
Hey, real talk though, and it do be kind of driving me a little bit, because I be
watch clickbait.
You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to watch clickbait for a couple weeks now, and then I gotta wait on her to come back. Right. Yeah. So we bike ride, you know, hike. We go hiking, try to take trips, or just try to do random spots. You know, just try to do stuff to keep us connected, because it is easy for us to be disconnected during this season because she's gone so much, and then you kind of get accustomed to like, all right, you coming back? Well, you need to rest. You leaving out when? All right, you know. So you just got to be intentional about, you know, doing things.
Ladies, and I sent him photos too.
Look at you. Freaking!
I wasn't even trying to go there. I got a few more questions.
Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Bro, Robbie, you threw me off.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I want to touch on outside noise.
Okay.
For instance, friends, whether they're best friends. or associates or clients or co-workers. How do you quiet the noise, and how do you know when to quiet that noise? Because it's so easy for, I don't know, I'm not married, but I'm just saying, it's so easy for you to be frustrated at home that trauma spills over into your social life, right? And wise man told me don't tell everybody your business, right? So how do you discern when to quiet that outside noise? Whereas you're discerning who to take advice from, whether it be about your marriage, whether it be about your business, about just social life. How do you quiet that?
Yeah.
Good question, D.
Yeah, right. So number one, I'm trying to check and see what they putting in them. Because if you ain't putting nothing positive in you, then something negative coming out. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't putting nothing good in you, and it's all smoke or BS coming out, then I'm like, all right, I know where it is. And really and truly, not too many people truly know what we have going on at home unless you really know us. We'll lead you to believe that you know what's going on, but you don't really know what's going on unless like you're in that circle. So that helps. I mean, because people can be throwing all this nonsense from what we give them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we give you enough just to think you really know something, and it could be something totally different. And I think too, just I don't know. I think we want the marriage to, like people say 11 years, like, oh man, y'all been married a long time.
It is these days.
And that's the thing though. Like, I'm not even shooting for these days.
Yeah.
I'm going for them days back then. You know what I'm saying? Like 50, 51. So I always got like my eye on the prize, which is like to
sweet.
be in this thing like forever, to have all of these years. I'm trying to be the old folks at the wedding when nowadays they do the dance like, oh, who been married 40 years, 50 years, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I can't listen to somebody who got married in September 2010 and got divorced in October 2010. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dang, he took the garter off.
come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the ink ain't even dried. It's like, yeah, just go ahead and throw it away. It'll be all right.
Well, you know, my parents always taught us, you know, not to put everybody in your business. So I don't really share like too much with too many people, because when you tell a friend or a family member something, they will stay upset forever.
Come on
and
now.
we'll be back in love.
Come on now.
And they'll still be upset.
Come on now.
So, you know, that's how I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I learned that for real. Cause you tell folks your business,
Come on.
and you say something bad about the other one, and then you go back. They're gonna be looking at you crazy like, you the fool. I thought doing did such and such. See, that's why I don't tell you nothing.
Yeah, we.
But I digress. I'm chilling. So I'm gonna paraphrase this question, right? Because it's a little long. So in layman's terms, right? You ever want to quit?
Do I ever want to? I'm gonna be totally honest.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Nah, I ain't never wanted to quit. I just wanted people to be like, yeah. No, it's time. Am I frustrated as hell? Yes. But quitting is not an option.
Dump me then. No, I'm just playing.
Quitting is not an option. And so, look, as soon as we went into first day of marriage counseling, Pastor Wesley was like, hey, yeah, so what's some things that'll cause y'all to be divorced?
He made us write a list. Make a list.
Hey,
I'm pinning.
yeah, so we got her list long. You know what I'm saying? Mine,
Yes.
1, 2, she got a
he
long.
like 3 things.
Yeah, this dude sitting here with a little smirk on his face. I'm thinking like, why you got a smirk on your face? And he's like, yeah, y'all finished? And this one like, almost. And he's like, all right, what you got? And then he got a smirk on your face. He was like, yeah, well, if you got anything on that paper, then you need to walk out the door because you ain't ready to get married.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because it basically was like, we're walking into a marriage with an exit strategy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being in a restaurant.
Hey, that'll preach.
Come on now. It's like being in a restaurant. I like to look at the door. Just in case something go on, we got to get up out of there. I'm not trying to look at the door in marriage. I'm trying to look at her. Right. I'm like, cool. Come on, man. Yeah. What? Hey, I felt that one.
I'm going to name this sermon, Look at the Door. Come on now.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to look. I'm just trying to look at her. So there is, I never wanted to quit. Have we been extremely frustrated with each other? Hell yes, we have. But it hadn't been to the point that we like, hey, I'm out.
Right. Okay.
And just know too, people, like, when you're married, you can't just like leave. You can't be like, you know what, I'm going to such and such house, because then they're gonna wonder why you over here. And then again, like I just said, if you say you got into an argument and then they're gonna hold a grudge against that person, then you're gonna be right back at the house the next day, and they're gonna be mad and then in your business.
Yep.
Okay. So even through those frustrating times, I'm paraphrasing another question. I'm back on script. What on y'all worst day, most frustrating day, Wayne, you going through it, you catching hell at the job, Robbie, your client talking about they over budget, they tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, what keeps it together at the crib?
Dinner.
Girls, y'all always want to eat, man. Food cure. Is it just like that?
It's like that.
Buy you some sharks and it's good.
I don't know about no sharks. Now, if we on a day like that, ain't no sharks.
But if we have had a very long day, like it always seems like when we can just come together and like either I have cooked or we go get something, but when we just get together and we eat dinner and watch TV, like that is good for me.
And time for me, like I'm not the one that I need to address everything right then. Let me just sit and gather myself.
So I told y'all he liked to sit.
Yeah, if you just let me sit for whatever time frame that need to be and gather myself, and then like but trying to do it right then, nah, that's not the best for me.
Okay.
Not the best for me.
So somebody posed a question. I'm paraphrasing again.
What kind of questions y'all sending,
My
guys?
bad. I mean, no, they not bad. They just worded, they a little lengthy.
Okay.
So, does your spouse have a special talent that don't nobody know about? I know.
I mean, y'all know that Wayman has a special.
Man, cut that. Wait,
what?
Is this?
No, not like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like.
We ain't there. We ain't in that section of the
And see, I wasn't even going there. I was gonna say that you can sing.
Yeah, Wayman do got a little.
Wayman can sing, y'all. Whenever he be on, listen on this podcast, when he sings, like that's for fake. He can really sing. He sung to me.
Hey, anyway,
back at his mom and daddy house, and
what he sing, Rob?
It was.
I don't know my daddy was yelling at.
It was Drew Hill.
Yeah.
It was Beauty.
And my dad,
And then his daddy came in there yelling.
Cut all that damn singing out. I gotta go to work in the morning. For real.
Wayman was singing his heart out. I was like, oh, he can really sing. But y'all will never hear it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
A special talent that people don't know.
I don't got one.
I'm trying to. What do people not know? You don't even know.
He didn't ask. I gave you.
That was so like. God.
I guess y'all know all my talents. Well, not all of them.
Man, chill. Like.
Robbie, don't you mop concrete or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, the creative side that you have, you turned that into a business, and that's what you do now. So, because nobody ever knew you for the creative side, but
I was always.
Now that's what they know you for. They don't know about the
nerd.
They don't know. Okay, I mean, unless people don't know about your health side, but we talk about that. So,
okay.
Hey, I don't know. We gonna have to roll with that now.
Okay, so last serious question. How do you both? You all are married for 11 years, right? But you've known each other far beyond, right? And probably know the worst of the worst about each other, whether it's been what Wayman struggles with, what Robbie struggles with, right? How do you operate in your marriage knowing that Wayman has past trauma and Robbie has past trauma, right? Like, how do you discern whether or not, or like, Wayman's, is that trauma coming up? Robbie, is that trauma coming up throughout a conversation, throughout a bad day? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you operate in that? Like, what do you do when you recognize that?
I have to always think about we were raised differently. Like, Wayman's upbringing is different than mine. So, like, sometimes when we are in discussion or, we may have an argument or a misunderstanding, sometimes I have to go sit down and be like, we weren't raised the same. And then that is how I have to say, maybe this is just who he is. Like, it's innate to him. Like, it's inside of him. What?
Yeah, like, good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just slummed down and then doing all this, like.
I know, I said if it was a misunderstanding.
Delivery is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like.
No, I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like, I have to. It could be the same for me, like, because of how I was raised or things that I like or I do like, it may be misunderstanding for you.
Man, I don't really be trying to look on the past. I mean, like, it is what it is. I think everybody gets to a point that everybody has a past. Everybody has something that they struggle with and deal with, and so you can't focus on that. You know what I'm saying? It's only one person
that's perfect
that we know, and that's the person that we praying to every morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. We just got to look at like, all right, number one, pray about these thoughts. Like, Lord, don't let me be dwelling on these past, but like knowing that we try, we've been delivered from that or trying to get delivered or whatever it may be. I don't like to focus on all that in the past, because you can get consumed with that. Right. And then you get down this rabbit hole when you start thinking about the past or thinking about other traumas that they deal with, or maybe this is coming up, and then you just try to, it's too much energy. I don't like to put that much energy into, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
So when y'all was quarantined, what?
Go ahead.
So when y'all was quarantined, right? Did y'all learn something about each other like that? Were you forced to have?
That shit get on my damn nerves. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Were you forced to have conversations you never had before? Like, was it just business as usual?
Well, it was an adjustment because we were not accustomed to being in the house with each other 24/7. And like, we had to just create space, like, and I think it was just automatic because knowing how I am, I like alone time. Like, I just like to sit there and like say nothing. But you start noticing that your schedules be off, and you be like, bro, like, is this what you be doing? Like, come on. Like, we did have to like kind of compromise. Like, all right, can we agree that we eat on this time but cook at this time, and we do this? Like, a couple times, I'm like, like,
go home.
To me, I kind of loved it because
here you go. See, every time
it made me realize that you was the one, because you didn't get on my nerves that bad. Like, I wasn't ever like, dang, I wish he would leave.
Bro, you finna sit here, you gonna sit here and lie to these folks like we ain't had no disagreements about schedules and stuff?
We may have had disagreements about schedules. I'm saying,
folks are lying, won't they?
I'm saying overall, I was like, you know what? I married the right person. That's what I was saying. You always
gotta put yourself in position and be like, Donnie, go ahead and cough. Shoot, like, we live. Like, this man about to choke over here. Go ahead, Donnie. It'll be all right. We on script right now, but Donnie over here about to pass out over here.
I was wanting to get him some water.
No Martin Luther King.
Yeah. You gonna sit up here and lie to these folks like we ain't had.
We did, but I'm saying in total, I was just like, dang, I married the right person. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it wasn't torture, but we just had to figure out. Dang, it don't pass out me. I gotta sneeze. We just had to figure out each other's schedule. And
Dunny has it on freezer in here.
Yeah, he's on Alaska. Yeah, trying to figure out schedule. We wasn't accustomed to just being around each other. I mean, but it was good. I mean, we was great conversation, movies, all that stuff. It wasn't.
We ate really good.
Yeah, meal prepping and all of that stuff, and a
lot of together time.
Right.
What's kept you together for 11 years?
The Lord.
That's so PC. I mean, let's come on now. Give us some good. Good. Other than the Lord.
I think to just number one, know we have to change with time. Like, there's like we talked about before. Like, you can't remain the same person that you were in 2010. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep evolving, keep growing. Of course, the love and make an attempt to outserve each other. You know what I'm saying? So if we just get to the point that we just trying to make sure that, man, we just keep doing things that put us in a position like, okay, babe, I see you, like, yeah. Every year, you just gotta keep doing more and more.
I like that. I think that's mine. Just doing more and more, loving on each other more and more. That's what has kept us, is that I truly, and this may sound cliche, but it's true. Like, I love Wayman. Like, he is in my heart.
So you gonna make it seem like I don't love you?
I'm trying to answer.
You always.
I'm trying to answer
it's
the
your
question.
teacher's pet. I love you. You love me.
He's in my heart. He's in my soul. Like,
it's in my heart. Oh, my bad.
And I always think of his good just always is gonna outweigh his bad, and I just want to grow old with him. I just love you.
So now you're trying to come back and beat the statement that I said. Like,
no,
it's always a dang game with you. What you got, bro?
Wayman. So, one of our guy friends, sent you this question.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's shameful for us as black men to seek therapy? I'm not gonna say us, because I'm assuming that specifically married men.
No, I don't even got to hear the rest of the question. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, it's not shameful, because I go to therapy.
Okay.
So it's not shameful, and I don't even need to hear the rest of the question. Once you say it's shameful to see, no, because I have to make sure I'm together, because if I'm not together, this is not together. So if I hold a position as the man of the house and God put me in position to be there, if I ain't together, then we apart. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be at home and she's stressing about the things that I'm stressing about, and then we all just all over the place. Mm-hmm. So at some point in time, like, sometimes I just go because there's certain things that I don't bring home. I don't want to bring home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people be like, oh, you should tell your spouse everything. And I disagree with that. Because it's some stuff that I don't tell her because I don't want her worrying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's some stuff that I'm just gonna take. I'm just gonna take that hit. And if it gets too bad, I'll go talk to somebody. But I don't need us both in the house worrying.
Good thing. One thing I learned over the years through my experience, even with work, especially work I used to do in Arkansas. Trauma travels.
Come on now.
So, man, you can't come home and sometimes vent to whoever you may be seeing at the time about what happened at work or what you going through in your mental space, because that spirit, that trauma travels.
Yep.
You don't want to put that on your wife. You don't want to put that on your loved one because, like Wayman said, like, you don't want them worried about what you worried about.
Yep. And then she gonna try to solve a problem that I can't solve. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
both
just my nature.
Coming up with a solution, and I'm like,
right. So I got a question. Okay. Shameless plug in the middle of it. So how do you, when we talk about, and y'all did a previous episode and touched on love languages, right? Mm-hmm. How do you speak intentionally to each other's love language? And I got love languages shirts, by the way. Go ahead.
Plug.
Go ahead.
I feel like because I know Wayman so well that
this man asked how you speak to a love language. Here you go talking about, I know him so well. Answer the man question, man.
I know him so well that
what's his love language?
Acts of service.
And
words of affirmation.
Okay, all right. You gotta be uplifted, ain't it? So how do you speak to that?
I feel like I do things that I know that he likes. I'm intentional about like, I know that he likes dinner. I know that he likes for me to cook. I know that he likes for me to do things things that he does on his own or things that I know that he wants done. I try to do those before he asks, basically. Mm-hmm. And then I also try to encourage him and just love on him, even though he doesn't really like for me to love. He doesn't like for me to love on him through physical touch. I try to say other things, do other things.
Yeah, so I think for me, she likes gifts, like those little small things. So I just try to get like candy,
Candy rain.
Yeah, so whether it's like candy or a juice or just some old
Klondike bar.
what would you do? Just some old random type stuff. And although she likes physical touch, and that really ain't my thing, you know what I'm saying? So every now and then. Yeah. And when I say more so physical touch, like she's like a hugger and cutler and, all of that type of stuff. And that really is not me. But you like.
Words of affirmation. Physical touch wasn't.
Yes, but you like that stuff as well. So, and you like words of affirmation, but then you like the random acts of kindness. You like the fact that gas is always put in your car. You know what I'm saying? So,
I love that.
Yeah, I just try to make sure. I try to just make it easier for her. So if I know she's about to go somewhere, the gas is already in the car, something is already put together, loaded up. Just try to make it easier for her. So
yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so y'all ready for this last question?
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to married
Don't
couples?
get married. Really? No, just don't do it. Reconsider.
Read some literature. He's playing. Go ahead.
What advice would you give to other married couples to stay so they can stay married as long as
let's stay together?
Love on one another. Communicate with one another. Date each other. Travel. Keep it spicy.
No,
keep it spicy. And just keeping God first.
Stay out the way.
Oh.
No. Yeah, keeping God first. Do what you say you're gonna do. Yeah, and I think too, for me, not for me, but as the man, just make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. Don't just like wear the title or just put the hat on your head, but make sure those actions, reflect everything. And so just keep evolving, keep growing, keep loving, and have fun. I think that's the main thing. People don't really talk about the fun in marriage. Just have fun. Have fun, and don't do a bunch of foolishness. Respect the wife as you would, like your mother. You want your mother. Now, some of y'all disrespectful to y'all mama. You know what I'm saying? But just like, just do what you got to do. I think that's the main thing for men. Like, men just like, oh, I'm a man, all this stuff. Like, no, if you're going to be a man, like,
let him be a man, thank you.
That boy's a man, Buddha. He's a man. Like, nah, just do it, just do what you got to do. Protect, provide. Be in a position that woman wants to follow you. Mm-hmm. If you can't just say that you're a leader, like, you have to lead, and then your woman has to be comfortable following, and she needs to feel safe and secure, and knowing that you make a decision, she needs to know that you have the household in mind and not just yourself.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just be for self. You got to think for everyone.
You teaching.
You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to make.
Every time.
Keep calling me. All right.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Before y'all do y'all
little wrap up.
Yeah.
Little wrap up thing. I definitely want to say, and I don't know if I speak on behalf of your close circle or those associates that are closest to you, but you definitely are a beacon of light to those of us that are married, those of us that are single, that strive to be married or want to be married someday.
Blessings.
It is definitely a blessing to have I'm speaking personally, to have the few married couples that I look at, y'all being one of them, to have that example and definitely have an advice beacon I can come to, whether it be my sister, whether it be my brother, what you think about this or about that. So it's definitely beneficial to my spirit, or still want to be married. Now I'm knocking on 40, so I don't know.
It'll come. It may not come when you want it.
Hey.
But it'll be on time.
Somebody come get me out these streets.
Hey.
But anyway, no, real
Go save them.
I don't want to. No.
You say.
Come on, we trying to wrap up now.
You say. Can we still say? Yeah, he's still. Never mind. That's a whole nother conversation.
No, definitely. But happy anniversary to you. 11 years. Hopefully, prayerfully, we'll get to 80. To death do y'all part.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. Don't remember. Follow me.
Come on now.
I got drip for sale.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Destined_with_intentions on IG. At the real Shaquille Sunflower at IG. Conventional spelling.
Najee Rumba.
Right. All right, brother Shaquille. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I got drip for sale. Facebook, Destined With Intentions. DL Williams. Follow me. I got drip. I'm posting. Hey, y'all get the GDs in the dough. God's disciple now. I'm gonna use me.
Yeah.
But
you gotta plug yourself.
All right.
Hey, blessings, King. Hey, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for hanging out with us and the great words and the managing all of these questions. So giving honor to God who's the head of my life. But yeah,
this got that on the shirt too, Shings.
Yeah. Yeah, he does get that on the shirt. I got one. But yeah, now this has been a great episode. 11 years. It's been great. So we appreciate y'all for supporting us, for just all the outpouring of love that you give us. So yeah, it's greatly appreciated. But while you're here, and we hope you're still here, hit that like button, subscribe. I said it backwards then. I usually say subscribe first, then hit the like button. Mm-hmm. You can share it. Drop some comments, good comments. Positive comments. And hey, never mind. Yeah, and make sure y'all like this. When my wife posts this on Facebook and all of that other stuff, like the videos and come to the videos like y'all do these pictures that she be posting of me, herself and her. That darn picture you did today got, man, quick little 200 done.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you post the video, that mug get about 13 likes.
Somebody put on some Fenty straight to the car with the sunlight on.
You lucky, Jay. You tried. Hey, you tried it here, bro. You tried it here, bro. Hey. But look, so hopefully y'all still here because we've been on a long time. Hey, but like we said, do all of that stuff. The drip is coming. So D done laced us with the merch, and so
and we also, I hate to interrupt, but I also
don't hate. You did.
I also want to make sure that we thank New Lab, Dr.
Come
Word
on,
Up,
man.
who has been with us this whole, journey of our podcast.
Yeah.
So we just want to shout him out as well.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Wayman.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm D.
Man,
get your
D military.
I might not come back. I gotta enjoy myself while I can.
Hey, I feel you. Yeah, but you'll be back, bro. Hey,
appreciate it.
But this is Love, Logic, Laughter. We'll holla.
Peace.
Ladies